It's Monday, May the 9th, and you're listening to the Three Nerds in a Basement podcast. I'm Vince.
And I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show where we talk about all the cool things in the world. Big show lined up for you guys today. Big show.
Biggest.
Yeah, we're doing a movie review. What movie are we doing?
Captain America Civil War.
That's right.
Captain America Civil War.
That's right. We got a bunch of picks lined up. And then after that, me and Anthony are going to be talking about our weeks, which include the Overwatch beta.
Mm-hmm.
But first, or actually not but first, let's just get into it. Captain America Civil War. This is the third Captain America movie. This is the, I'm going to say, 10th or 11th Marvel film.
It's a lot of movies.
Yes. Yes, third Captain America. And all the marketing up to this movie was Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that classic comic book from 2006.
So classic.
So classic. 10 years. 10 years.
That's
just
great.
Remember that. And the story of that comic was originally basically the Superhero Registration Act.
Yeah.
Superheroes should be governed and registered so that they can be, I guess, held accountable for their actions in the case of, I guess, not tragedy, but in case something goes wrong.
Yeah. Or like the government or citizens should have say in what they do.
Yes.
Instead of just doing whatever the hell they want.
Yes. Superheroes should not just be allowed to run free just because they have superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the way it goes is Captain America's like, listen, superheroes should remain super and be able to do whatever the fuck they want. They can keep their identities.
Maybe not like that, but it's the
No,
general gist.
listen, that was his political campaign.
It's like, I don't give a fuck.
And Tony Stark was all about, let's keep the peace, sign the paper, put on a registration tag, and let me, I don't know, put a chip in your brain so I can track you.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, so basically the two biggest Avengers, or the leaders of the Avengers, fought off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this movie's about. It basically follows the same format with a slight tweak on their motivations.
Yeah.
I say slight, but I really mean big.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
I think, yeah, when I think about like Civil War is one of like the very few events I've actually read.
Yeah?
And yeah, coming from this movie, this is like Civil War light if I were to compare it directly to the comics.
Yes.
Like the Civil War in this case is mainly it's not even like the main focus at certain points.
No.
It really comes down to like personal beliefs and feelings that the Avengers have different from each other.
Yeah.
And they get out their little family issues by beating the shit out of each other.
Right. At this point, we are going to spoil the film. If you haven't seen it by now, chances are you probably didn't care anyway.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a Marvel film. Chances are you see it right when it comes out. Like everyone else who cares does.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we're going for full spoilers right now. Before we do that, in case you just want to know what our vanilla thoughts were, did you like it, Anthony?
I liked it.
Oh!
I didn't love it.
Oh! If you had to put it in the pantheon of the rankings, what movie is directly better than this one, and what one's directly below this one in your rankings?
I think that Cap 2 is directly below this one.
In terms of this is better than Cap 2?
I think this is better than Cap 2.
Okay.
And I think it's not as good as... Man, there's so many of those movies, though. Not as good as Avengers 1.
You didn't like Cap 2?
I like Cap 2. Like, I still think this movie is, like, kind of up there. Like, this is not the bottom of my list. Like, the bottom of the list is, like, Iron Man 3 and Cap 1. Mm-hmm. Like, Cap 1's probably at the bottom.
Okay.
Right? So this is, like, it's, like, in the middle. Like, but more towards the better side. Yeah, like, it's just like, it's like 60% instead of 50%.
Yeah. Interesting. I guess I forgot what you thought about Cap 2, because that's interesting.
I liked Cap 2. I think it's, like, in every way better movie than Cap 1.
Okay.
The Cap movies, like, they're okay to me.
Wow, you're crazy. All right. All right. Yeah, I liked it too. I didn't absolutely love it. Like I personally still think Cap 2 is better than this.
Okay.
But then I think this is right after. Like,
oh, okay.
Because under this would just be I suppose. I would say Avengers 2 was under this.
Yeah, Avengers 2 was kind of weak. But again, that's because we mentioned it was a setup.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's what we thought. We liked it. We think you should watch it if you haven't. We think it's pretty good. It's in the better... It's... End to end, it's on the better spectrum.
Yeah, I just didn't think it blew me away like something like Guardians of the Galaxy did.
Okay.
But they're also kind of different movies.
Okay. So, Anthony, break into it. Give me your full thoughts.
This is the movie where I have realized when I watch a Marvel movie, I'm not necessarily watching a movie. I am watching a almost serialized TV show that comes out with an episode like once a year.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Yeah. And the more I watch these, the more it seems like it's coming into almost comic book territory, where now it's like, it's like it might be too late for people to jump in, which allows for better story and like more interesting interactions between characters across movies.
Yeah.
But like this movie specifically, it just kind of felt like Avengers 2.5.
Yeah.
It wasn't mainly focused around Cap, but everyone was there.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. I didn't know why they called it Captain America: Civil War. It should have been like Marvel's ' Civil War. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And to be fair, most of the time does take its thing around Cap. I thought what was gonna happen is like somehow Bucky was gonna play a major role in the next movies, but really he just shows up again. And then this movie is to like put him away so that you don't get to like that, so that he does not have any say in like what happens in the next movies.
Yeah. Right.
But it also sets up new characters kind of new characters like Ant-Man. So he's part of the squad now. He knows people who knows people. More Scarlet Witch stuff. She's kind of dealing with her own personal teenage issues, I guess. And the new one, Black Panther.
King T'Challa,
who's just a badass.
Yeah, he is.
Man, so sick. He's got the nails. Oh,
I don't know if that's sick.
Ching! He scratches Cap's shield and it stays scratched.
Well, that's what happens when you put vibranium against vibranium.
Man, it's so cool. What's stronger, vibranium or adamantium?
Vibranium.
Ooh. Okay. Get fucked, Wolverine.
I believe that's how it works, yeah.
Okay.
Because they didn't really introduce the source of vibranium until after, like way later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they set up King T'Challa. He's got a baller backstory. There's a character in there who's like might be Storm, or like their new take on Storm, I guess.
I don't think so. They're not allowed to use Storm.
True. Halle Berry's probably doing something.
And Storm would technically still be with the X-Men.
Yeah. Because
she doesn't come into play till Black Panther's established.
Yeah, but for like a hot minute, I was like, is that Storm?
Nah, that's just assistant.
Assistant? Okay. Tough assistant? That seems fair. So yeah, I thought like the action scenes in this movie are great. When you get superheroes on superheroes, you get some really interesting fights. Mm-hmm. The addition of Spider-Man was really fun, even though he was brought in and taken out in the span of one fight. Yeah. Like the beginning of the fight is them recruiting him, and the end of the fight is him being like, "Yo, you're good. Yep. See you later." It's just pretty good. Like there's nothing that.
What keeps it away from being, oh my god, this is the best Marvel movie ever?
In the end, like I just don't think anything happened. Yeah. So they're gonna have it. There's a little bit of a schism in the Avengers now,
but there isn't.
There's not. That's the thing. Yeah. But there isn't. Yeah. There's also they just tied up some loose ends with Bucky. Yeah. And then they introduced Spider-Man and Black Panther. Uh-huh. And overall, like, for as grandiose as Civil War sounds, yeah, there's nothing in this movie that really lives up to that title. Yeah. The Civil War, like we've mentioned, the Civil War just feels like it's just a background to the inter-family fight that they have to solve. Yeah. I think that's what's keeping it. Like something actually substantial happening is keeping it from being the best. Or like, oh my god, this is great. Yeah. But yeah, overall I liked it. But I didn't love it. Okay. Yeah. What about you?
I liked it. I liked it quite a lot. I think maybe I liked it better than you.
I think you did.
Probably. But I kind of have the same complaints. Like for me, this movie was definitely It was way more style over substance.
Exactly. Yeah, it was.
I think, full disclosure, I think like a lot of my opinion and expectations were kind of skewed by the marketing. Like going in, like seeing, Civil War. Like I know what Civil War is, and I see all the posters. Yeah. Iron Man and his crew, and Cap and his crew. I'm like, this is it. This is the Registration Act. Yeah. And it opens up with the Registration Act, but both Cap and Iron Man are kind of only half-hearted into it. They're like, Iron Man's kind of like, well, we should sign. We got to do something, right?
And also, it's like, I gotta sign because I want Pepper back.
Yeah, and then Cap's like, well, we shouldn't, but. Throughout the movie, they're constantly like going against everything they say,
and they're second guessing themselves.
Yeah, which is cool. Like that's fine as a character study, but in terms of is this Civil War? It's not really. Yeah. And then, like this is where the full spoilers. This movie hinges on someone framing Bucky and Iron Man not believing.
Yeah,
like that's what the movie hinges on. And the minute he starts to believe, the entire fight comes crumbling down.
Yeah.
And I think
and they had to put in that one thing, or they had to put in the fact that it turns out Bucky killed Tony Stark's parents
at the end to
reignite that fire. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, and it turns out like, so the reason that they're fighting is not the reason I was hoping for. It's more of like a petty fight.
Yeah, it's emotions.
Yeah, it's like, and Cap even says, if you kill him, nothing's gonna change. It's like, I know,
but I'm still.
And it's like, well, okay, whatever. Yes, superheroes are effectively just giant babies
with superpowers.
Yeah, and maybe that's why that this explains it. But I think like the core plot of the film was where I had problems. It was very surface level. That's why I liked Winter Soldier way more, because it was like, this is like a real like spy Bourne film, like. And, like, it got me thinking, and then when the whole, like, wow, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s gone thing happened, I was like, that's amazing. But this is more like, we did some stuff, we got all the superheroes in here, because you want to see them all.
Yeah.
I will say, it did the one thing I liked better than Avengers Age of Ultron, in that Age of Ultron had all these characters, right?
Yeah.
And they tried to give life to every one of the characters. And because of that, nothing really happens in that movie. In this movie, they try and keep it mostly to Cap and Iron Man, and so that's why you have a little bit more focus on the plot. And I think that's why it works better as a movie.
The other characters still do have like their time to shine.
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, they're never the center.
They're never the center, and they're never like teased as being some sort of center.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas in Avengers 2, like you said,
everybody has to
equal
be,
time.
Yeah,
and
they have to be equal, and that's kind of what. That's why that movie is a bit directionless or aimless. Where this movie is like, it's Captain America and Iron Man. But and then when you get past that, like I could get past that. Where the movie for me really I really hated it was the villain.
Like this guy is smart.
No, it's not that he was smart. He was just so non-threatening, and he was just so like, your master plan was just to get them all. Like, that was your plan?
That plan to me is okay. Yeah. It's the part at the end where he could care, like he doesn't
care how it ends.
Yeah, right? Like the part of a villain who wants to tear like the superhero family apart. Yeah. They revel in it. They're like, oh, you suck, you're all the worst, and I crush you, you're all the worst. But this guy's just like, crush him, whatever.
I don't care. I don't even see the sense. I'm out of here. Pop.
There's a really heavy focus on civilian casualties within superhero ongoings.
Yeah.
And the amount of seriousness they give it compared to the amount of screen time, I feel, is not equal, which makes me not take it seriously. So they use one person's death to push Iron Man in one direction. They used a couple government workers' deaths to put Captain America in another situation. Yeah. And they use the death of a husband's family to push the villain's agenda. Yeah. But the gravity of like losing your family or like someone dying because of something that someone could have stopped is way heavier than the amount of screen time they give these situations. They're always just like one-off little things like, oh, you killed my family. All right, bye. It was like 45 seconds of your life. Who cares?
Yeah, I kind of think that's the point, because when you are a superhero and like millions of people are killed, you're not really thinking about that.
And that's Cap's side, right?
Yeah,
that's like there are casualties that will happen, but it shouldn't stop us from doing the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean,
well, we're kind of shitting on the movie. Like, what did you like about it?
I got it. Like, it easily the most creative visually, like, in terms of fight sequences and stuff. The airport battle is definitely the highlight of the film.
That was really good. Well, that's the whole team coming together.
Which is kind of a bummer because it's halfway through the film.
Yep.
And the movie never gets cooler than that.
I really like I feel like there was the one fight with Bucky and Cap versus the police in the stairwell in the apartment.
Oh, that was a cool scene.
That was a cool scene, but I feel like someone watched The Raid and was like, I want to do that. And so there's like a bunch of scenes of like Cap bashing someone's head against the wall or like throwing people over railings and stuff.
They do the exact same fight scene in Daredevil season 2.
Oh, do they?
And they do it in one take.
Someone sees The Raid and they're like, oh man.
Yeah, the Daredevil one's cool because it's one take. They go all the way down the building.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it takes like 10 minutes.
I want to see that.
It's cool. Yeah. What else did I like? I think, there was something I wanted to say. Something that I really like about this movie that they did, and I don't know why, but I really have this thing for. I love watching superheroes fight when they're in their civvies.
Oh, that's
like
fun.
when they don't have the suits on. Like when Cap goes to find Bucky and Bucky's wearing like the cap with the brown
bomber jacket. Yeah.
And he's like, "Let's do this," and they're doing this terrifying. I'm like, "That's cool." Or like
in the trailer when Iron Man has the watch and he pulls.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that fight. Yeah, and he's like, "Did you have a suit?" He's like, "Not really." And he just uses his watch and he fights Bucky. Or Agent 13 and Black Widow are in business suits and they're doing it.
That's cool too.
Yeah, I was like, this is like, I'm super into that for some reason. I don't know why.
It's like it's them having to be prepared when they're not prepared.
Yeah.
Right. It's them having to deal with this situation no matter what, and when they're not in their like super high tech clothes.
Yeah.
For me, at least, it feels like there's an actual sense of danger.
Yeah.
So again, like with the Tony Stark fight, when he gets shot, but the only reason he doesn't die is he's got shot in his bulletproof glasses.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Because there's actually a sense of danger, and you actually think that these people.
Yeah, and he looks, he's like, oh shit.
Fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll say is, the one thing I noticed is that the makeup in this movie, everybody's bruises are brutal.
Yeah, and
it's so wrecked.
And throughout the movie, the bruises kind of like have a life of their own.
Yeah, they're like getting healed, they're getting worse.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's really cool.
I like it.
My favorite part of the film is Spider-Man.
That whole scene. I like how they keep mentioning that Aunt May is not old.
Yeah.
Right? You're kind of way too hot to be an aunt.
Yeah. Spider-Man is my favorite part of this film. He completely steals the show. Spider-Man has absolutely no business being in this movie. The movie could be the same with or without him.
Totally could.
I feel like the only reason he's in there is to satisfy the comic book crowd who's like, but Spider-Man was such a pivotal part of the comics. Yeah. We need him. And
so they'll just put him in.
Yeah, and I was surprised they didn't do the whole like revealing your identity thing.
Because like I thought what was going to happen is like, because they didn't show Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Right? I felt if they showed Uncle Ben at all, it would have been like, oh man, Peter Parker's going to reveal his identity. They're going to kill Uncle Ben, and that's how he dies in this movie. Right? But he didn't show him, so I'm like, oh, there's probably going to be no reveal. They're not going to kill Aunt May.
Yeah. Or will they?
Oh
shit.
She's too young.
Yeah.
And so you're exactly right. Like Spider-Man is like so sick when he's there, and it's so awesome.
Yeah.
But if he was gone, nothing would have changed.
Yeah. The movie, I would have still had the same thoughts about the movie. It would have still been a great movie. That I'm sure that action sequence would have been maybe slightly not as good, but it would still have been pretty awesome. I was afraid that Tom Holland wasn't going to be the Spider-Man I wanted, but he's kind of perfect.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's kind of perfect, and it's shocking how perfect he is.
Like young Spider-Man.
Yeah, and he has all the best quips, and he's like, I'm part of the action.
He's just excited. He's a kid who's excited to be like. I would also be excited to get part of the Avengers.
Yeah, I was losing it when he's like, hey, you guys see that old movie? The one
Empire Strikes Back, where they're on the snow planet.
Yeah, and that one thing does the spinny thing. I was losing it. I was like,
I didn't carbon date him. He's just here. He's on the young side.
And I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that's really good. I kind of can't, because they said at the end Spider-Man will return.
Yeah.
I kind of can't wait for his interactions with someone like Banner.
Yeah.
Or someone like Thor.
Yeah.
Like I want to see that interaction.
Yeah. I mean, when it says Spider-Man will return, I guess that means his own movie, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hopefully he's part of the Avengers. That'd be cool.
I'm sure he will be, but towards the end of it, he must be. Because I know they just hinted Spider-Man and Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they would be in the Avengers stuff. But yeah. But I mean, overall, I thought, going back to Civil War, it's a great movie.
I think the important thing to remember here is that if you have read Civil War, do not think that this is going to mirror the comics.
Yeah.
Just think of it as like this is the movie verse version. Right? If you're expecting the Punisher to show up and get the shit kicked out of him by Cap, like that's not going to happen.
Yeah. That's what I want to say. So I think the way that I could sum up my thoughts on this movie is everything in Civil War escalates way too fast.
In the comics?
No, in this movie.
Oh, in this one.
Everything just escalates exponentially. Like, kill my father, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
King T'Challa's gone. He's like, I'm out to kill.
Yeah. Iron Man, you killed my father, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's like,
gone.
It's like, come on, like, let's just, I mean, I'm not expecting them to hash it out, but the from point A to point B is just lightning.
It's also hard to think of those people being like that because they are in such positions of power.
Yeah.
Like King T'Challa is a king.
Yeah.
He is referred to as His Highness.
Yeah.
You would think that he would have some like rational thought behind his actions.
I mean,
and then even Iron Man, the dude who is the multi-billion-dollar corporation, and in past movies, things that are arguably as big haven't set him off like that.
Yeah, and yet he goes.
And
there was one line that really kind of I couldn't quite figure it out, and it kind of annoyed me when it happened.
Which was?
So when they reveal that Bucky kills Iron Man's parents, right?
Yeah.
And Iron Man turns to Cap and he says, Cap, did you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, when would Cap know? And Cap says, yes, I knew. I was like, when the fuck did you know?
When would he know?
And I'm like, did I just miss something in the movie? I'm like, no, I didn't, because that would totally undermine the reveal of the death of the parents. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah.
Unless it came up in like research he was doing on Bucky or something, because he's bringing up Bucky facts like left and right that weren't said in any movie.
Yeah, but then this happened in when 91.
91, yeah.
Right. So like. When would you know, Cap? I felt like that was just put in there so that... Because the director's like, okay, for sure Iron Man's going to hit Bucky, but what do we need for him to hit Cap?
Yeah.
Right?
Or else you can't have that cool scene of them ganging up.
Which is a fucking awesome scene.
It's a really cool
Iron Man's getting his ass kicked by both of them.
Then he uses technology to cheat.
Oh, Team Iron Man, man. All the way.
I'm all about Team Cap.
Team Iron Man. He's just like, analyze fight patterns. You're
done.
And even when he loses, you don't deserve that shield.
He's like, fine, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess we should talk about the after credits reveals.
Yeah.
So there was one with Spider-Man again.
Yeah.
He gets a little cool thing on his new Avengers watch he got from Tony.
He gets the bat signal.
Yeah, he gets the bat signal. But like it shows an image of like a Spider-Man shield.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, they're going to give him Cap shield. That's so cool.
No.
What is it?
I don't know. No one knows what it is.
But Cap's not using the shield anymore?
That you know of.
That I know of. Sorry. I want to go back for a second. There was one line that actually like kind of floored me.
Yeah.
Which was Spider-Man when he was going after Cap. He's like, oh yeah, Tony also told me I should go after your legs. And I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. Because there was the one scene in, was it Avengers 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, where the guy with the minigun is just shooting at the shield, right? And it's like, dude, just like be bad at your job. Just miss and hit his legs, please. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Yep. And then the second one is, or that was the second one. The first one is Cap is at the jail and he's releasing them from whatever.
Yeah, and he released his side.
Yeah.
So now it seems like this is where like the schism is kind of there, but not really.
Yeah.
Because him and Tony are like Captain America and Tony are literally pen pals.
Yeah. He writes him a fucking
letter and used the post. Yeah. Tony stank. That was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, he sent them a letter being like, listen, Tony, I know we had our differences, but if you ever need me,
I'll always be there.
Will always be there.
Yeah.
Because he freed his team.
Yeah, because we're bros like that. And I'm just like, I love it. I love it so much. But you just undermined your entire movie.
Yeah, you undermined the whole movie.
Yeah, so, yeah. But that said, we still liked it.
Yeah, that's why for me it's in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a nothing happens movie, but it's also bad.
Yeah.
Like everything surrounding the overall plot
is
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just like the fact that it goes from point A to point B and then kind of back to point A again, just with some added dudes.
Yeah.
That's the part where I'm like, okay, that's kind of mediocre.
Yeah. I guess final thought I think I would say is this is kind of the perfect summer blockbuster you'd want to watch.
It's a popcorn muncher, man.
Yeah, forget the fact that it is May. This is the summer blockbuster you want to watch. Like, it does everything you wanted of summer blockbuster. You leave feeling satisfied, and you're like, I want more.
You can kind of go to the bathroom and not miss anything.
Yeah, a couple people did that in a row, like more than once.
I guess the last thing I'll say, it is. I still like if you've been watching all these movies, I still recommend you do see it. It still was pretty good, but don't expect anything like too crazy spectacular. There are some good scenes I like the scenes with Vision and Scarlet Witch. Those are fun.
The love.
Yeah, they're like, oh look, the sentient robot is falling in love. Good for him.
Just a pinch of paprika.
I don't know what this is, but it's not paprika.
Yeah.
I'm also going to show you to the Earth.
Yes. Poor War Machine. Anyways, let's.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, that happened to War Machine. Oh no. Okay, we should move on.
Time to move on to our picks of the week. Cue the music.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's news music. I don't have a pick music. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Do you want to start off with the picks?
Yeah, I'll start off with the picks. I got a quick one coming up. So remember Mighty Number 9?
Oh yeah.
That game that's supposed to be Mega Man's successor that's been in the making and had like 3 release dates.
Yeah.
They have another release date.
Oh, what is it?
June 24th.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It doesn't have a year, so I assume this year.
It doesn't have a year? What?
Yeah, so I assume that means 2016. So it is going to release for the Mac, Linux, PS3, PlayStation 4, Wii U, Xbox 360, and Xbox One.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it says here it has a launch date of June 21st, and it'll be worldwide on all platforms June 24th.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to this game.
I just want to play it.
I just don't believe it's real.
So they say they have gone gold, which in game terms means the game is done. Them working on it is done. It is mainly just pressing discs and shipping them out.
It's gone gold. It seems really early to go gold.
It says they've gone gold
because it's like we're like 2 months out.
Yeah. Huh. So they said they've gone gold. So that puts some sort of confidence or backing into believing that this is a real release date.
Yeah.
But what I want to know, Vince, is if you had to bet, would you say this is real? Would you say they're not going to delay it and they're going to release it on... We'll go with the latest date, June 24th. Or do you think they're going to push it? Even if it's just by a day or two, it still counts as pushing it.
I'm going to bet that they're going to push it.
They're going to push it? Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I'll take the opposite bet.
Okay.
All right, I'll take the opposite bet. We got to figure out stakes. Yeah. I'll think of stakes to happen.
Does it count if it's like, listen, our launch was a bit buggy, we're going to take the servers offline?
That counts. Because if it releases and on day one there are not full features, I don't count that as a real release.
Okay, what if it releases, but you only get chapter 1?
And then they release the rest of the chapters in a patch?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a real release date. That's not a real release.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I take the side of June 24th is the deadline. As soon as it hits like midnight June 25th, it's done.
Okay.
Then you win.
All right, sounds good. I could do with that. Sure. Yeah. Cool.
That's my first pick.
All right, my first pick is so we know the Power Rangers movie is coming up. It's a real thing. It's happening. A couple weeks ago, we talked about the Rita Repulsa from Elizabeth Banks.
I still think she looks cool.
Oh, she looks totally cool. She doesn't look like the Rita. She doesn't look like my Rita, though.
Old Japanese lady Rita.
No, with the cone spikes. No, she looks like Poison Ivy, and she looks kind of weirdly hot, but
kind of want to kiss her. I don't know what.
Yeah. Anyways, the Power Rangers have now shown off their suits. I don't know if you have a picture up.
I saw them already.
Oh, did you? Okay. So Anthony, what do you think of these new suits?
Yo, man, Team Iron Man is sick. I can't wait for this new Iron Man movie. Okay, no, but like for realsies though, I do think these look cool. I understand, I guess, the direction they wanted to go in. if they are trying to ape on like superhero movies, like Marvel movies and stuff, and like the popularity of Iron Man, I totally understand why they would do this.
Yeah.
But the thing is, even if they are aping it, those costumes still don't look bad. I think they look pretty dope.
I think. Well, I don't think they look bad, but I do think because I think conceptually they're super cool, but they're just a bit too busy for me. Like there's a bit too much organic curvature going on, especially on the Red Ranger. He kind of looks like the human anatomy, like just muscles.
I'm just wondering if that's like a lighting thing, because so their suits seem super shiny.
Yeah.
And in this shot, it's like here's just a dark backdrop with a bunch of lights shown in all the right places.
That's true, because I look at the black one and I look at the yellow one and I'm like, that actually looks pretty cool in black. And from the side profile, the yellow one, I really like the hip or the side of the torso area. I'm like, that looks pretty cool. I will say. Oh, they do have their morphers.
Yeah, I just really want to see these in motion.
Yeah, I want to see them in motion, but the number one thing I do like is I like how Hollywood is they're really going ahead with Power Rangers is its own thing. It's not tokusatsu, and we're not going to try and be that. We're going to be our own thing.
It's kind of the smart move Marvel did with the movieverse. Is like the movieverse is its own thing. Yeah. We will try and be partially comical to the comics because we need those fans to see this movie, but the movieverse is definitely its own thing.
Yeah, because I'm friends with a lot of huge tokusatsu fans, and they're super pissed they're not wearing spandex and tights, and I'm like, but why would you want that? Like, I understand I guess paying respect to the original source material, but culturally speaking, Power Rangers is not Sentai. Even though technically they are.
They are. And, yes, it is dubbed over Japanese stuff.
But, Power Rangers, at least what it's viewed as here is, it's a superhero show.
There are a lot of people who, I can't tell you how many people I've told that, Power Rangers is Japanese. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? No, it's not.
Yeah. But, so, I really like how, and they're taking the classic American superhero approach.
Yeah.
And, I think it could be cool.
I just if this is the aesthetic that gets people to see Power Rangers and to or maybe even get into tokusatsu, I'm down for that.
I don't know if I'll get them into tokusatsu.
I'm just saying, there'll probably be one dude who's like, I want to go way deep on this. What is this?
That's true.
Or one girl, who knows?
I don't know. They'll probably just go to the comic book shop and pick up Green Ranger Year 1.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
My next pick is just a quick shout out. I wanted to give a shout out to this game or
we're in the
highlight
game,
it.
We're in the game section.
We're in the game section. Just highlight it. It's Dangerous Golf.
Dangerous Golf.
Yeah, it is coming out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One on June 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
If any of you have played the Burnout series, in Burnout 3 they had a crash mode, and pretty much it was car pinball. Here's a bunch of things. You jump off a ramp, crash your car into a bunch of stuff, make sure everything crashes right, and then you blow up your car.
Oh, and you can control the way you roll and stuff.
Yeah, you can control aftertouch. You can control the way you roll.
Aftertouch. Yeah. They did have a marketing term.
Burnout's so sick.
Oh, yes, aftertouch.
I love Burnout. And yeah, crash mode was by far the thing that made that game popular.
Yeah.
I would say. So the team who is behind that game, they have come out with this new game, Dangerous Golf, which is pretty much crash mode with a golf ball. And they put you in these super highly detailed rooms, like a kitchen. There's one you're in a museum room with a bunch of priceless art and sculptures and books and stuff. And you have to break everything and blow everything up, and then also get your ball in the hole because it's golf still.
Of course.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool power ups. There's a, I think, was it Smash Breaker? Is that what it was called in the trailer?
That, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Smash Breaker, which is just like in Burnout, where instead of your car blowing up, your golf ball blows up and then sets on fire, and you can control where your golf ball goes around. There's one, it's a glue. So you coat your golf ball in glue, and wherever you shoot it, wherever it lands, it'll stick. It won't bounce. Oh. So you can get different angles. So you can stick it to the ceiling and then shoot straight down into the table.
Right.
There's also no golfer. You're just a sentient golf ball.
Yes.
Shooting off. And then they've also mentioned in, I think it was the Giant Bomb Quick Look, they're the developers there. And they said, you'll be able to get new power-ups. So if you've noticed in the kitchen one, there is a mop bucket. If you land your ball in the mop bucket, there is a power-up that you can get from later on levels that'll let you control certain objects. So you can control a mop bucket and just and there's different secret areas. It just looks super fun. I just want to give it a highlight, a shout out. Maybe people will check it out.
Yeah, it looked entertaining.
Yeah, it's definitely not, it's not like a full price release or anything. It's gonna be like downloadable content, but
cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Continuing on the games speak, I'm gonna talk about what's arguably the biggest game announcement this week,
which is
Battlefield 1.
The first. So Battlefield 1942. That was a pretty good game.
No, Anthony, not that one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Battlefield 1.
Like the number one?
Yes, not ONE.
It's not Xbox exclusive?
No. Not Roman numeral 1. I mean, like, the symbol number 1.
Oh, the alphanumeric.
There we go. Battlefield number 1. It should have been called number 1. Like Battlefield number
#1?
Yeah.
Like pound 1?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh, man. The new Battlefield trailer came out, and it is World War I.
That looks cool.
And it looks real cool.
This game looks awesome. They did say it is in-engine footage.
Yes.
So that doesn't mean necessarily that what we saw was gameplay.
But everything was rendered within the gameplay engine.
It was within the engine.
Who knows?
It looks so hot.
It does.
That game looks so hot.
It also looks like the PC engine.
Oh, yeah, most definitely that's the PC version.
Yes.
Unless...
Oh, the
PlayStation Neo version.
Shit. I didn't think about that.
Because that game comes out when? September or something?
Sure. This Christmas.
It comes out after the deadline for your release date to not have a Neo version.
Oh.
So that game will have to have a Neo version upon relaunch for PS4.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I guess at a time where everybody's going like space age tech and future tech,
you kind of got to go left, right?
Yeah. It's kind of just... It's messed up. 10 years ago, we were all about World War 1 and 2.
Yeah, man. Call of Duty 1 and 2 and 3 were really good.
And then we're like, Modern Warfare.
And then everyone's like, oh, Future Warfare.
And then they're like, Infinite Warfare. And Battlefield's like, nah.
We're going back. I'll see you guys later.
We're going to restart this train. Back to the drawing board. Battlefield 1.
I just hope that this is more like Battlefield. Since Star Wars Battlefront came out, it's kind of like that game is kind of a toned down Battlefield.
Yep.
I really hope this goes back to, I don't want to say hardcore, but like the more advanced systems that older Battlefields had, like Battlefield 2 with like the variety that every single class had, or 2142 with all the air future tech and stuff. Yeah. But this is past tech, so yeah. All I'm asking for is if I'm flying a plane and I see another plane, I want to be able to throw a chain into their engine and have it blow up. That's all I want.
That's something.
Because that's what happened in World War One.
That's something. I just can't wait to be shooting one bullet and then reloading my musket, like taking 30 seconds between shots.
That's the one thing I want to know is that what's the damage like on these weapons? Like, is my one-shot rifle going to kill you in one hit?
Well, probably, because you got to remember what they're wearing at the time.
Yeah, right? They're not wearing, like, body armor.
Yeah.
Or maybe very little bit.
I'm super excited for trench warfare. Mm-hmm. Just throwing grenades into trenches.
I hope I get to use a trench shovel at some point as, like, a melee weapon.
I hope that I can... I hope that, like, there's weather effects so that if it rains and my boots get full of water and I get diseased feet...
you have to cut off your foot?
And then I just die in the trench.
Man, that actually sounds like a story beat that they could do in the story mode.
But imagine there's a multiplayer kill streak.
What do you want it to be? Like, you got 7 kills, give the opponent team gout. Like, what?
Yeah. Oh, that's my type of Battlefield.
Weird.
Like... Oh, yeah. I'm into that.
What?
I'm into that.
Okay.
Do it, DICE. You can do it as a DLC pack. You can do, like, I don't know, Battlefield 1 attrition mode.
Attrition mode? Okay. Sure. I'm going to continue my last pick also on video games.
Okay.
Which is my biggest, or at least...
No, it is our biggest.
It's our biggest.
But let's not make no mistake, Battlefield was the biggest.
Yeah, it was the biggest.
Yeah.
But our biggest reveal,
yeah.
New Persona 5 trailer. It's like 4 minutes.
It's really long.
It's a long trailer. Thanks to the internet. Thanks, Internet, for subbing that.
Thank you, Internet.
This game looks hot.
Red hot, one would say.
Red hot because it's red. The main color is red.
Thanks, buddy.
Just in case they didn't know. So we see more of our thieves. We see them in action, battling dudes. Classic Persona stuff.
Yeah.
The one thing you mentioned, it seems like they are actually stealing people's hearts.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, right?
Which is
I don't know.
Hilarious.
I hope it is.
But we see new characters. So we see this one girl who has like trouble controlling her anger, or at least her hollow side. And she's like a dominatrix girl, but she's a party member.
Yeah. And she has a bike.
Yeah. She has a bike. She has like an ice bike.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Like, what was it? When in Final Fantasy 13, when Snow gets the Shiva motorcycle?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But it's not two girls hugging each other.
Yeah.
But it's just an ice motorcycle. Yeah. We see our new Fuka equivalent, or our new Risei equivalent.
Oh, the super nerd?
The super hacker with the long red hair.
Yeah, who looks awesome in a swimsuit.
The giant glasses.
Yeah.
She's doing stuff in a UFO, I guess.
Yeah.
She's hacking things.
She's out there, man.
She's out there. She's out of this world.
Oh,
get it? She's in the spaceship.
And then I think my favorite reveal was the beautiful thief.
The beautiful thief, yes.
The beautiful thief.
Very modest, isn't she?
Oh, so modest.
So you gotta watch this trailer specifically for her like special attack, I guess.
Yeah.
Because she does this attack where she kills like 3 people, and then before they, you know in like samurai anime when they slash a bunch of people, and then they slowly put the sword back in as soon as it clinks, like they all explode into blood and fall over.
Yeah.
But instead of this, imagine that she slashes a bunch of people, but then sits down in a chair and drinks tea. Yeah. And as soon as she drinks the tea, everyone dies, and behind her it says adieu.
Oh, she's the best. And she's like all floral pattern. It looks like she's from Paris or something.
She's got like a bunch of weapons. She's like a shotgun at one point.
Yeah.
Like, she's kind of killing it.
Yeah.
The thing I really like in this trailer is the dungeons. These dungeons seem crazy unique.
They do?
Whereas in P3 and P4, each dungeon was the same sort of layout, but it was different aesthetics. So and each stage could have a gimmick. Like in Kanji's room, you had the game gimmick where it would like disorient you and stuff.
Yeah.
But these ones just seem insanely different. One dungeon is just like an MC Escher painting. Another one, you're in space, like traveling between space pods and stuff. It looks really cool.
Yeah. I just want to know what the actual like hook of the story is, because they make it seem like they're this international thieves thing.
Yeah, and they're being targeted by some other group has so much power.
But you know that they're only based in Tokyo, so like, what does this other world link them to? Are we talking?
Well, they did have that one anime cutscene where they're on the plane.
Yeah, but they always go on a plane in these Persona games. They go to
summer vacation.
Yeah, they go to Okinawa.
Summer vacay.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot.
Right? So
True.
That's all I can think of. But like in my mind, it's like, oh, I wonder if it's like a Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad thing. Like we jump into the computer and we go through the internet.
Because they are hacking, right?
Yeah, and then we like appear in the digital code of the Eiffel Tower, and that's why we're in Paris.
What else do we see? We see the new Elizabeth siblings.
Oh yeah, they're twins.
Homeboy in our velvet room. He's still a penguin man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then we see the battle system. We see some like quick flashes of gameplay and battles and stuff. And boss battles are cool. Like it seems like you take on a whole different perspective, and the bosses you incorporate the stages into their attacks and stuff. But the one thing I want to know how it works is the stealth, because there was a scene where you're stealthing through like a church, and you're like going in between pews and stuff, and then you just sneak up on an enemy, jump on top of him, slit his throat, and then it brings up the battle results screen.
Yeah, and
I'm like, what?
Maybe, who knows? That there could be. I'm thinking it's one of two things. It's like it's either you're over leveled, and like the damage bonus you get just kills the enemy.
Okay.
Or you would go into the match and you'd fight them, and
here's like your one more, like you get your extra turn or whatever.
That, or they already have damage applied to them, like as a handicap.
Yeah. Oh, I guess sort of like the back attacks in P4 and P3.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
All right. That'd be cool. That's cool though. I like these stealth attacks. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, game has sweet style. It looks super cool. I don't know if it looks like a PS4 game.
We are watching it on YouTube, like
because I can't help but think this looks really great. But what am I comparing it to? I'm comparing it to a PS2 Persona 4.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm comparing it to Catherine.
And to me, it looks just like Catherine.
Okay.
Like, it looks just like Catherine, maybe with a bit more effects to it.
Yeah.
But
I just wonder at some point, like, how far fidelity-wise can you go with the kind of style they're trying to obtain?
Yeah.
Right? Before, like, what's to say that the anime style they have right now is, like, literally perfect? And, like, that's just what it's going to be. Like, fidelity to me is, like, it's way easier to do in, like, Battlefield 1, right? Where that game looks hot. All those polys, right? But they're trying to go for that realistic feel. I just really want to know what they're going to do with, like, the crowds look huge. Like, what are they going to do with sense of maybe scale, density, and stuff like that that really makes this, like, a current-gen game?
That's true.
And not just a PS 2.5.
Who knows? We are not game developers.
We are not. Maybe one of us should be.
Not me.
Get on it, Vince.
No.
Well, they also had a release date. The release date's September something? 15th, but only in Japan.
Uh-oh.
So there's no announced American, North American release date or European release date.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe that this isn't till next year.
You don't think they're going to try and do an international release all at once?
I felt like if they were, they would have said it.
Well, there's always E3.
There is always E3. Like, if maybe, like, someone's like... This is a PlayStation exclusive game, right?
I think so, yeah. PS4, PS3, yeah.
So, like, yeah, if Sony needs something, like, needs a hot exclusive for their E3 press conference...
Sony's always needing an exclusive for PS4. To my mind, there is no PS4 exclusive. Oh, except for Uncharted.
Which apparently is amazing!
Apparently!
I want to play that game now.
Yeah.
Really got to be Bravely Default now.
Yeah.
Jesus. But yeah, man, P5. Kind of can't wait.
Looks good. It's also the 20th anniversary of Persona.
Yeah, so they saw, they announced some DLC.
Yep.
Some costumes.
Yep.
What was your favorite one?
Obviously the P3 one.
The P3, mine was also the P3 one.
But then again, P3 is my favorite.
Yep, also P3 is also my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked the school uniforms from Gekogan High. They just look so smart.
Yeah, it's all black and so proper. And then we got the country bumpkins.
Yeah, and they're like, we're not gonna do up our jackets. Forget tucking in the shirt.
Whatever. And then we got the P2 guys, and like P2, who the fuck's played P2?
Yeah,
nobody.
Yeah,
even though I have P2.
Like, I've played both 1 and 2 and never beat them.
Okay.
Those are both based in Tokyo, but those are not the Persona game. Like, if you went to those ones after you came, because your entry point was 3, I don't recommend going back. It's not the same game.
I have Innocent Sin on my PSP.
Yeah.
I want to play it.
You don't.
Okay. We'll see.
You don't. And if you thought the Persona games were hard as they were, these are...
Oh, man, no.
These ones are rough.
Yeah, because this is back in the day when Persona wasn't its own thing. Like, it was just an offshoot of Shin Megami Tensei, right?
Yeah.
So, like, last year I bought Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2.
That's hard. Those are cool, but they're hard.
Those are cool. That game's hard as shit.
Yeah.
Also, Nocturne. That game's so hard.
Oh, yeah. With Raido? Yeah.
No, Nocturne is not with Raido. Yeah. There's Devil Summoner with Raido.
That's the one I was thinking of.
And then that's also hard.
Yeah.
There's Nocturne with the dude who's like half demon and can get Dante in his party. He's also hard.
Yeah, they're hard games.
Yes.
They're hard games. But we're excited for Persona 5. Could be Game of the Year.
It's going to be hard.
Could be Game of the Year.
If it comes out this year.
That's true. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, why not?
We'll see. But yeah, that's all my picks.
Cool. And with that, we're going to actually, I have one more.
Oh my god.
I have to say, this one's just kind of for me.
Secret pick.
So you know Formula 1?
I do know of Formula 1.
Do you know who Max Verstappen is?
No, but that's a sick name.
Max Verstappen.
That's a pretty baller name.
He joined Formula 1 last year.
Is he the 18-year-old?
17.
17! Oh my god, I hate you!
17. Yeah, and everyone's like, yo, this kid's gonna be future world champion! Future world champions! He drives for Toro Rosso, the baby team at Red Bull.
Okay.
Red Bull, the big boy team this year. Their Russian driver has just been having a terrible start to the season. The first 4 races were okay, but in the last race in Russia, first corner, he ran into the back of Sebastian Vettel.
Okay.
Right? He ran into him once, okay? And then as they're going on turn 2, he ran into him again!
Why?
I don't know. Guess pressure's getting to him. So the higher ups at Red Bull were like, well, listen, we own 2 teams. We own the big boy Red Bull team, and we own the junior team Toro Rosso. Let's get Max Verstappen in that big boy car.
Oh, no!
And they did it!
Whoa!
And so you have now, and he's now 18. He just turned 18. He is driving for one of the fastest cars on the grid, and the car's only going to get faster because this year it seems like Red Bull found something, and they're just as fast as Ferrari.
Ooh.
On a good day.
Okay.
And but it sucks for the other guy. 4 races into a 21 race season, he's like, "You're fired.
Oh.
Get in, 18-year-old."
Please. All these youngins taking our jobs.
Yeah, man. I read that, I was like, man, 18? What a life. Like, what was I doing when I was 18?
Well, to be fair, to get into Formula 1 in the first place, you have to be born in with a silver spoon in your mouth, so.
That's very true. Still, he's 18. Like, he can barely... He can't drink?
He can drink in some places. He can drink here.
He can't gamble?
Can you drink here?
No.
Can you gamble here?
Oh, yeah, wait, yeah, if you're 18?
Smoke here?
Yeah. Sorry, but when he started, I mean...
Yeah, true. He was still underage. He was a babby.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy. Like, in some countries, he can't get his driver's license yet.
Yep. It's 100%.
Like, what?
I wonder... So, is that technically illegal if they race with him in those countries?
No, because your racing license is confined to a racetrack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and as long as...
But what does that mean for the was it Hong Kong?
China? What?
Because they raced on the street. Shanghai, they raced on the street, right?
No.
No? I thought it was just they close off a bunch of streets and that's the racetrack.
No. Singapore, they do that.
Singapore. Okay,
no, because then that turns into a racetrack. There's no...
I'm trying to get some like gray area legal shit going on.
As long as it's your race license, and everybody has to sign off on it. Like the big boys at the top, the drivers have to agree to let them.
Okay.
And they all say, yeah, go for it. So,
right.
But yeah, there you go. Living the dream. Damn. Living the dream.
I want to live the dream.
Good for you, Max Verstappen.
He's got a cool name. He's 18 years old, and he's probably making millions.
Probably.
Oh, he's going to be the Justin Bieber of Formula 1. He's going to be doing some crazy club and shit. He's going to be in the news.
So that's the best part about him. He is still an angsty teen.
Yeah.
So when he's driving around, he's like, "What the fuck, man? Get this car out of my fucking way. This is fucking stupid."
Does he swear?
All the time. All the time.
Can you get penalized for that?
No.
Oh,
because he's the only person he's swearing at is basically his team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No one else can hear him.
Okay, but when they put him on the radio, like...
Yeah. They bleep him out.
Oh, okay.
But...
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Like, he's just screaming under his helmet, like, this is stupid. This is stupid. What the fuck?
I'm 18, I hate it.
Yeah. He's like, I want to go faster. This guy's so slow. Like, it's the best.
That's so...
He's like, everyone's like, oh, he's so mature for an 18-year-old. Then he gets in the car and you're like, nah, man.
No, he's not.
He's an angsty teen. But it's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Moving on to our weeks.
Yep.
I'll start off first. Free Comic Book Day was this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up one comic. Well, I picked up 2, but I really only wanted one.
Okay.
It's called Spectrum.
Oh, okay.
So
I've never heard of this.
No one ever has.
Okay.
Don't worry. Let me elevator pitch. It is a Firefly parody starring the cast of Firefly.
I'm sorry, what? Like the actual characters?
They have different names.
Oh, okay.
But it is pretty much the same thing.
Cool.
But it's actually... I'll give you the full story now. The pilot from Firefly, do you remember him? Alan Tudyk?
Yep.
Wash. He made a video short series a couple of months ago called Con Man.
Okay. Yeah, you told me about those.
Yeah, I told you about it, where he goes to conventions. Like, the whole thing is... He used to be part of this space western show.
Yeah.
And people recognize him, and that was like this greatest thing. In that video series, the space western show he was talking about was called Spectrum. And so that in-universe fake show, he wrote into a real comic.
Okay, that's funny.
And then he got somebody to publish it. He got legitimate comic book artists to do it. And he got Nathan Fillion to help with the input on the creative side. And they put out a comic.
That's pretty sick.
I haven't read it yet.
Oh my god, come on.
I know. I meant to, but I didn't because yesterday I got home and I played the Overwatch beta.
So did I.
Yes, we both did. I like it.
It's fun.
It's hell fun.
It's giving me real Team Fortress 2 vibes.
Yes.
Original Team Fortress 2, not like crates and hat Team Fortress 2.
Oh, before they got into the...
Yeah. Back when it was real esports, man.
Oh, back when it was still the orange box?
Yeah, but it was the orange box, you know?
Wow.
Fuck, that's so much value in that box. But anyways. Wow. Overwatch beta, man. Go on it. Go.
Yeah, so, like, what's crazy is, when you first boot it up, it seems pretty simple. Like, it's multiple objective-based game modes.
Yeah, so there's payload, which is push the cart.
I hate that mode.
I like that mode the most.
Oh, no, I hate that mode.
There's capture the point.
Yeah.
Single point, and then there's capture multiple points.
Yes. Actually, payload's not that bad. What am I saying?
Payload's fun.
Yeah.
It just requires a different strategy.
Yeah. And then there's... What you don't realize is there's 20 characters!
There's a lot of characters.
You're like, what am I doing? Is this a MOBA?
Is this a fighting game?
Yeah. It's they give you so many characters, and for like 2 hours I just sat in the training room and I just tried them all.
Okay.
And they break down into 4 classes: attack, defense, tank, and support.
Yeah.
And support is technically heal.
Sometimes.
That's true. Some of them don't heal.
One character is strict heal.
Yeah, it's like heal buff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how they break down. I think the most is attackers, and then the least amount is support. Mm-hmm. But and the way it works is teams of 6-on-6. Mm-hmm. You guys choose your characters and you go. You can choose the same characters.
You can.
Which is cool. And that's the gist of it. Mm-hmm. What's crazy, though, is that all the characters, even the ones within the same class, are super different from one another.
Yeah, that's what really makes this game fun.
Yeah.
Like, if we're both playing an attack character...
we get totally different experiences.
Yeah, we're playing completely differently because these characters are so different.
Yeah. And... yeah, definitely that's what sets it apart. Something I like is that there's not that many, like, each specific character doesn't have, like, huge amounts of options or features.
Yeah.
They basically, you have, like, a firing option and then 1 or 2 extra, I guess.
They're either abilities or different changes on your weapon.
Yeah, but it's not a whole lot, which is great, which makes it super accessible. But it doesn't take away any sort of tactics or complexity or depth to the combat.
Which I thought that's what would happen.
Same.
So in Team Fortress 2, you still have the same classes. Like there's the support classes, defense classes, attack classes, but there's a lot less of them. I think there's like 9 classes in total.
Yeah.
But those characters are so complex.
Yes, there's so many things you can do with them.
And the amount, and plus the loadouts you can give people to like. Even like my engineer is different from your engineer because of X, Y, and Z. It makes it so complex. I really like the use of different characters to pretty much to spread the complexity out.
Yeah.
Because that offers an easier way for me to get into that game and feel like I'm actually contributing.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas in like the beginning days of Team Fortress 2, I had no clue what I was doing. Like there were so many options available to me that I just said, okay, whatever. I'm good.
Yeah.
But in this game, like I kind of, from the get-go, for better or worse, like I kind of knew what I was doing.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. I like the fun art style, bright colors.
There's like some sort of lore in this game. There's like political intrigue and it's an assassin and a robot president.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure that's something you'll see later on, but I don't know what that is.
Okay, so I got questions. What are your... I'll do mine too, but what are your top 3 characters and what is the character that you wish you were good at?
So my top 3, who I like playing most is Diva.
D.VA.
Yes,
Diva.
she's a Korean tank.
Yeah, she's a mech pilot.
Yeah, basically, she's basically Jyotsu Samus, but she summons a mech.
Yeah, Titanfall style.
Totally.
You get the first person into the cockpit and everything.
Yeah, and what I like about her, in terms of a tank, she kind of actually sucks. She has like the lowest health.
Yeah.
And so she goes down pretty quick. But she has twin chain guns.
Yeah.
And they have no reload and infinite ammo.
So and essentially she has 2 lives.
Yes. She doesn't have 2 lives. She has kind of like second wind.
Yeah.
So basically when you destroy her the first time, the mech explodes.
And then you eject.
And you jump out and you're basically the most basic character with a pistol. Mm-hmm. Which, honestly, I find her pistol to be way more powerful than her actual mech guns sometimes.
It's more accurate.
Yeah, and it works better at range, but you go down super fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get your ultimate, you can call a new one in and rinse and repeat. So that's my favorite one to play as. Next up, I love playing as basically the cover character to this game. Tracer.
Tracer. She's the
Tracer.
If you're Team Fortress 2 comparing it, like she's the scout.
She's the scout plus
with time warp.
Yeah, so she's the British, I don't know, Air Force, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she has the ability to blink 3 times.
Yeah.
In any direction, which makes her warp back and forth. And then she can also rewind, so she can return back to her original starting point, including her state, her physical state. So if I jump into a battle and I take almost 99% health gone, if I hit rewind, I'll go back to before I started that battle and I'll have full health again.
I did not know that.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. You go back to your original physical state. So
it's an actual time warp.
Yes.
That's sick.
That's why, like, if you go in guns blazing and you get a couple shots off and you're like, I can't handle this, you get out and you're like, all right, full health.
And her guns also kind of force you to play that. She has like dual pistols that are machine pistols. They don't do that much damage, but they reload fast and they have... but the thing is, like, if you can blink around and like warp back, then you can kind of wreck people.
Yeah, as long as you keep on your toes, you can generally kill people. Like 1-on-1, she generally can take out almost anybody just because she's so mobile. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and lastly, and the one like I love playing this one a lot too, but I'm really shitty with it is Mei.
Okay. The ice lady.
The ice lady.
The Eskimo.
Yeah. So this girl, she's a defense type. She has a Captain Cold's gun or
Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze's gun.
Yeah.
So if you hold it, she'll just, like a short range blast, it'll slowly freeze you. And then if you use a L2, she shoots an icicle.
Okay.
And it does super high damage. It's just hard to use.
And it drops, like
it shoots at an arc, yeah. Which makes it tough. But her abilities are super cool. She can freeze her entire body, makes her invulnerable for 4 seconds, and it heals her life within those 4 seconds. And so in the middle of a fight, if you're dying, you can just bring it up, and no one can touch you. You get full health when you're done, and then you come out and go again. Her other thing is she could put up an ice wall, which is...
just useful.
It's just, you can... If you're in certain choke points and you need the enemy to go through certain ways, you could just set it up so that they can only go in.
You can stop payloads with it.
Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff with this ice wall. Her ultimate's kind of whatever. It's a damage over time blizzard, but the ice wall is where it's at.
The blizzard's really good for like capture the point modes.
Yeah, you just throw it in there.
Yeah, you just chuck it in.
Yeah. But and then the one I wish I could play better as would probably be the Cyborg Ninja.
Cyborg Ninja, Genji.
Yeah, he has no, like, his long range is the Ninja Stars.
Yeah.
But let's face it, like, he has the sword.
He has a sword, which is totally dope. And his ultimate is just like, my sword is huge.
Yeah, and he just takes everything out with it. Yeah. So I wish I could be better at that, but he's super technical with his wall jumping and all that stuff.
3-star difficulty, man.
I saw.
I know. So my 3 favorite, my first one is Mercy. She's pretty much the medic. She's got a staff that can heal and do damage buffs.
Yeah.
It sounds boring, but the reason I like her is her one alternate ability, which pretty much lets her fly to any friendly character.
Yeah.
So in a really intense firefight, if you see people die on the left and right, you can heal, turn around, fly to the next person, heal them, fly around like someone's shooting you. F off! I'm gonna fly up to my sniper. I'm on the roof now. She's so mobile, and you can really do. You don't do damage, but you can help your team do a lot of damage if played correctly. Like if you're just flying everywhere properly.
Yeah.
The other one I like playing is Junkrat. He's the demo man, I guess. He has a grenade launcher. He has a mobility trap, and he has a mine trap. The mine you have to set off manually, but the bear trap just sets when someone walks over and immobilizes them. The reason I like him is just because I like when people play that one robot who turns into a turret.
Bastion.
They like to camp around corners, so I can just bank grenades off of corners and stuff, and then it just totally destroys him.
Yeah.
Also, his ultimate's useful. He just pulls out this grenade wheel almost, and he rips the engine, and then the one wheeler goes, and you can control it and blow it up.
For sure.
I really like that. And then the last one I like playing. Oh, what's her face? Where'd she go?
Farah?
Was it Farah? Yeah, it was Farah. Farah is she's the Quake 3 rocket launcher character.
Yeah.
she has a rocket launcher that just shoots a ball. It shoots straight. There's no dip. It's just an arc. And that thing does damage.
It does.
It also has splash damage. She can hover. Yeah. So when she's jumping, she can hover, but you only have a limited amount of fuel. So you can actually jetpack your way up to different areas just off your jump. Yeah. But she also has like a super jetpack, which just does one big blast up into the air.
Yeah.
Which is really useful for when you have your ulti, which is just, I'm going to rain Robotech missiles on everybody. Yep. So you blast up, hit triangle, blow everyone away. The person I wish I was better at was Hanzo.
The archer.
Hanzo's... Yeah. I saw one Hanzo in a match just go ham, like just headshot after, like just destroying everybody, like 15 kill streak. I was like, man, that looks so cool. Yeah. I just suck at Hanzo. Yeah. He's really cool.
Yeah. He's cool.
Overall, I really like the game.
I do. All the upgrades or unlockables seem to be cosmetic.
Yep. I think there is a way to buy them because there are numbers when you check the gallery, but I don't know if there's a way in the beta.
But do you think, would you be happy if that's it, if they're just cosmetic?
Yeah, I would be happy if that's cosmetic. It really, so with Team Fortress 2, when they started doing, like upgrades that were like actual upgrades, like I have a different watch than you. Yeah. It was really cool when you had it. When you didn't have it, you were actually playing against someone who, like, couldn't keep up with you because there were builds that are just strictly better. Like for the heavy, if you're not playing with these flaming gloves that make you run faster, you're not competitive. Like you're not doing anything for your team. That's true. I think that having them cosmetic is a really smart way for them to keep the balance. And like we've said, they've spread out the complexity between characters. And if to add complexity, they just add more characters. The complexity of that single character is still very small. Yeah. But even one more character would add so much to what could possibly happen in your team composition or what you're facing against in that game.
Next question is, this is a full price game. Would you be down to pay that amount for this?
It's multiplayer only?
I think so. That's where I'm struggling because
I'm not playing this by myself. Yeah. Like this is not a game where I would get full price fun out of playing it by myself. Like I would definitely want to play this with friends. Yeah. If it was like, hey, me, you, TJ, and a bunch of people picked it up and we're gonna just squad up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for sure. But
that's my problem. I just like there's a lot of games coming out. Yeah. I just realized there's a lot of games that are already out that I want, and I don't play as many games as I like to anymore. And
you're too busy biking.
I know.
Stop biking.
I should.
God, just sell your bikes. Buy games.
Yeah. And, so it's tough because I really want to play more of this, but I just don't know if I'll get if it'll be worth it to get this, say, over, like, if I get Dark Souls or if I get Uncharted or...
Like, if you guys... Like, do you guys still play The Division?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. Like, if you guys dropped The Division and this was our multiplayer game, like, I would totally be down to purchase this game.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, I'll probably trade in The Division for this or something. Yeah. Or Uncharted. Why not? Who knows? But, I mean, I really like it. I want to see what else the game has to offer, because it seems like everything in the beta might just... I hope that's not it. Like, I hope there's something else there.
It's a pretty meaty beta. Like, there's a lot of maps. It seems like it's all the characters.
I just wish there was like something more. I don't know what I'm looking for, but yeah,
they gotta have something lined up.
It's just, I guess, I don't know. It's an expensive game.
Yeah. Also, this is a thing where like I don't feel this is a beta.
No, like, this is a demo.
This is a demo, and I hate that developers are just like, no man, you're exclusive. You're part of the beta process. Yeah. It's like, no man, it's a demo. You released a demo, just call it a demo.
For all you listening out there, this quote unquote beta was supposed to be out till the 9th. They extended it one day to the 10th. So May the 10th. By the time you guys hear this, it gives you one more day to play. Yeah. So yeah.
I had to delete stuff off my PS4 to download this. I was really? Full up on my hard drive.
Wow, I'm constantly deleting stuff on my PS4.
Wolfenstein the New Order took 50 gigs.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yep, it certainly did. You know what else takes a lot of space? Final Fantasy 14.
You still had that installed?
I did.
It takes up a lot of space, dude.
Takes up a lot of space. Same with Batman Arkham Knight.
It takes up so much space.
I don't know why. You know what takes up a lot of space? The Witcher 3?
I don't know. I don't
That's like 60 gigs.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I really like it. May 24th it comes out. Still have time to think about it. Who knows?
Yeah, still a lot of time.
But yeah, that was all for my week. What is yours?
So other than the Overwatch beta, I have been playing Hearthstone a little bit.
Wow, you're just all up in Blizzard's games.
Yeah, I've been playing Hearthstone. So they released a new expansion, I guess. It's like Whisper of the Old Gods.
Yes.
And they had a thing where it's like you can earn up to 10 free packs just by playing. So I was like, man, that's a great way to get people to play.
That's a gateway drug if I didn't know.
Also, it's a way to get me to play.
Oh, no.
So I've been playing more Hearthstone. That game is way different than when I used to play it.
Yeah, they constantly change that game. Yeah. It's always changing that meta.
So with this new expansion, they have released a new mode. It's called Standard Mode.
Oh,
so
no.
So if you guys have ever played TCGs,
yes.
Specifically Magic the Gathering, you will know that there is a cutoff point for what cards are legally allowed to be used in the, quote, standard format.
Basically, what is the current meta?
What is the current meta? So because they have been out for a couple years now, they have released enough expansions to where if they kept everything, it would just be impossible to balance.
Yeah.
Right? And so they have released Standard, which they only use the last year's worth of cards.
That's rough.
And so you can still use your old cards that aren't usable in Standard in Wild mode.
Yeah.
And Wild is pretty much going to be, if I'm going to keep going on the Magic comparison, it's going to be the Legacy equivalent. And Legacy is just like, yo man, use whatever you want. Just go ahead.
I like the term Wild better than Legacy.
Yeah. So the Wild mode is like you can use whatever you want.
Because you're kind of like, this is the Wild West, buddy.
Yeah. Like, oh, you want to use that broken card in conjunction with this new broken card?
Go for it.
Like, it's pretty crazy. So I've been playing Standard. I've been getting some packs.
Yeah.
Some of the new cards are really cool. So there's this one card. What's this? It's like Uthun. It's like a lot of Cthulhuan language in this expansion. It's like words that our mortal tongues are not supposed to be able to pronounce or whatever.
Yes.
And he's a 10 cost card. You get it for free when you start up the game. And how it works is that there are other cards in this expansion that when you play them, give this card wherever it is in your hand, deck, in play, effects. So one is like Battle Cry, which is like when you play it. So as soon as you play it, give this card +1/+1 and taunt wherever it is.
Oh, I see.
So over the game, you can build it up.
And I get it.
And this is a 10 mana card. Like this is what you play for the one turn.
Yeah.
Its effect is when you play it, it deals its attack power and damage randomly split among all enemies. So it's tokens, players. So you want to beef it up and give it as much stuff as possible. So when you drop it, it's just pinging everything for everything.
Yeah.
And it's really fun decks. Like sometimes I have faced decks that are specifically built around that card, but they just don't draw it.
Yeah.
Right? And they're just like, oh, my bomb's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Right? And that kind of it's a risk reward thing. I got one legendary in one of the free packs I got where it's a 1 cost 1/1.
Yes.
But every turn this card is in your hand, it changes into a random card. So like you can just have it turn 1, not play it, right? Instead, like if you want, you can play it as a 1/1/1. Or you can keep it for late and just like wait for it to cycle into something you really need.
I see.
It's pretty cool.
I see.
But it's also a lot of chance. It's not very efficient, I'll say. It's fun. I tried I never want to boot up my computer for it, so I tried downloading it on my phone. Because there's Hearthstone on your phone. My phone is too old for Hearthstone. So every time I boot it up, like it chugs. It takes forever. Like even when I click a main menu option, I click it, the phone freezes for like a good 20 seconds. And then loads up the thing. Like I think my phone's I have a Samsung S4.
Yeah.
I think my phone's just too old.
Yeah. I when Hearthstone came out, the first thing I did was I got it from my iPad.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be the perfect way to play. But the problem with the iPad version was the minute you hit the home button, the game doesn't suspend. that's
just quits.
Yeah, it quits.
Oh,
so when you go back in, you gotta forfeit.
Oh, okay.
Right. Obviously, this only works for like AI players, right?
Yeah.
But like that killed it for me. I was like, because I don't want to always keep my iPad on. Because even if you put into, say, I walk away and
it goes into sleep mode.
Yes, quit, done.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know if they fixed it since then, but
yeah. I kind of think that that's like a blessing that I can't actually play it on my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's been fun. Like I understand why people are playing that game now, and it's a lot less one note than it used to be.
Yeah, it seems like because I haven't played it since it first came out, and actually back then it was still in the beta. But
and at that point, that game was just super swing heavy. Like there was no strategy; it was just drop all the shit you can drop, and then hopefully your opponent doesn't drop better shit.
Yeah, but now it seems like it is something else.
Yeah, there's like mad strats.
Yeah, I'm just looking here on the iPhone version what you need to have. Oh, it just says you need iOS 6. It doesn't say there's any limitations.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to see if my phone runs it.
Maybe.
I'll report back next week.
Yeah, you can get 10 free packs.
10 free packs?
Yeah.
Shit.
The new packs.
New pack. Well, that's all I need for standard. Because I'm not going wild.
True.
I'm not that crazy.
And then so the other game I'm playing is... I played it a couple years ago, actually, in 2014. It was... I actually forgot the name. Path of Exile.
Oh, I was going to say it. Okay.
Like, whoa, Path of Exile. It's Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Well, this game's been out for a while. I'm not going to, like, harken too much on the origins of it. The reason I got back into it is because some friends of mine were playing it, and, like, that game has the opposite effect of Overwatch, which is that game is so dense. When you get into it, you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So I had some friends to like kind of guide me through what to do, and they actually even gave me some gear to make leveling easier in the outset. So that's kind of why I'm into it right now. Mm-hmm. For people who don't know how this game works, if you've ever played Final Fantasy X and you remember the sphere grid,
oh yes,
that's how this game levels your character.
Oh, okay, cool.
So each character starts out on a different place on the sphere grid.
Yeah.
And every time you level up, you get a point to put into a node. And nodes will either like give you like, oh, you do 8% more damage with a bow, or you have plus 10 dexterity or whatever. And because of the position on the board, you can go into different directions.
Yeah.
Right. And you can, but the one thing is when you put it there, you have a very limited amount of respec points.
Oh.
So you can't just be like, oh, my Marauder starts on this side of the tree. I'm not really liking this build.
Yeah.
I'm going to respec all my points back and then just start over.
Interesting.
You have to level up a whole new character from the beginning.
No.
Yeah. And there's nothing like... So in Diablo 3, there was a gem that was added. It's called the Gem of Ease.
Yeah.
And you socket it into any weapon, and it reduces that item's the level requirement down to level 1. And every time you kill someone, you get a bonus, like... 2,000 experience.
Yeah.
Right? So it just mows you through early levels real fast. But there's nothing like that in this game. The one thing they have that kind of makes you want to redo new characters is they have events now.
Oh, nice! Events?
They have a bunch of events.
Shit, that's always the thing that's like, I'll totally play if there's an event.
Yeah, so there are monthly events, and there's also races. Like actual like
I know
race, like a race.
Yeah.
So right now the event is the Parandus event.
Oh.
And what that does is there will be enemies that are they're stronger, they're faster, they come in groups, and they're guarding this Parandus chest. Mm. And this chest has Parandus coins in it. So you kill the mob, or you keep killing the mob because the chest resurrects people until the chest is like, you've killed enough dudes.
Yeah. And
you can open me, you're worthy.
Yeah.
And you get Parandus coins. With those Parandus coins, you can have a chance of meeting this guy. He's one of the people in the Cardio Parandus. And he can sell you really good items, but only for Parandus coins.
Huh. And
what you get is random, right? So sometimes you can go to Parandus and he's just selling garbage. And next time you go to Parandus, he's just selling like that god item you need. And you're just like, oh, thanks Parandus, I love you. And so in the race, what they have done is they have the Parandus event, But also they have added something, it's called a flashback. It's Parentis flashback.
Oh.
So they have added modifiers from past events on top of the Parentis event.
Oh, I see.
So things are just kind of going buck wild. Like, it's like, okay, you got Parentis mobs. You have other player characters or enemies that are player level or experience equivalent. So you're fighting other exiles. And also everything at least drops one item. Like, so you just get like loot explosions and stuff. It's pretty cool.
I see.
It's just really fun. And also they have in the race, if you're the first to get somewhere, it'll do a server-wide thing of your name. Say? This person is the first person to get here in whatever difficulty.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. I really like it. The one thing that's hard to grasp is that skill tree. And the other thing is your items. So your equipment has sockets. Your skills don't come from your character.
Yeah.
Your skills come from gems. And your gems go into your equipment, and if they're not in your equipment, you don't have that skill. The other thing is that there are support gems. They can only be used by putting it in your item where the sockets are linked together.
Like the materia system?
Kinda, yeah. So, like, there's two sockets, right? If you can get an item with, say, 2 green sockets, you can put 2 green gems in it.
Oh,
but you can get another item that has 2 green sockets, but there's a line connecting both sockets. So I can put in, say, my split arrow, which makes me shoot 4 arrows, and then gem of additional projectiles,
and which get both of them.
Yeah, it'll do the addition to my split, and I'll shoot 6 arrows instead of 4.
Yeah. Okay.
And it gets really crazy when you have chess pieces that can have up to 6 slots. And you want a 6-slot item.
Yes.
So you want one skill that's just buffed to max, full of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where the grind comes in. That's where I want to find not only an item that has the right sockets, but is also the right skills, gives me the right buffs. And that's where the grind comes in. I haven't got the late game. I beat the game on normal difficulty. But it's normal, merciless, and cruel. There's 4 acts. At the end game is in cruel, where you do maps, and pretty much maps are you literally collect maps, bring them to an altar. They bring up an instance, and you grind that instance.
Okay.
And you find better stuff, and it puts you into a perpetual grind. Just a grind for better loot. It's a loot game, so. But it's surprisingly addictive once you know what you're doing.
So I didn't realize this, but this is a free to play?
Yes, it's also free to play. And their microtransactions are strictly either just like quality of life improvements or aesthetics.
Well, that's nice.
So you can't just go out and buy the god weapon, but you can buy, say, premium stash tabs. Right?
Okay.
Right? And in the premium stash tab, you can set that stash tab to public. And that can be your trade tab.
Yeah.
So you can openly trade with other people. And you don't have to actively, like, list anything. You just put it in the public tab. People can search for an item they want. If it matches up, your result comes up. The other thing is the new one that apparently they just added is a currency tab. There are tons of currencies in this game.
Yep.
And say for, like, really rare ones, you can only have stacks of 10. If you buy the currency tab, you can have... It'll go into that currency tab of a stack of like 5,000.
Yeah.
Right? And it manages all your currency for you.
Yeah.
So they say if the people who've been playing this long, they say if you're going to play this game for a long time, like if you've made it all the way up to Cruel and you don't really see signs of stopping, you should probably invest in at least one premium tab and one currency tab.
Yeah.
Just so you can kind of meta game.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. There is a PvP mode. No one says it's good. Everyone says it's bad.
Okay.
But it's fun.
Yeah, your talk of it had me interested because I didn't realize it was free to play, so I was just looking up now. There's no Mac.
Is there no Mac?
There's no Mac support. There's only an unofficial one, which is...
They're usually sketchy.
Yeah, and so Windows only.
Gotta get that PC, homie.
Nah.
Okay, fine.
Yep.
But yeah, free to play. Check it out. At worst, you lose your life to it, so...
Wow. Wow. And what at best? You lose your life to it?
No. Yeah, pretty much. At worst, you lose your life to it. Yeah, no, the one guy I'm playing with, he's like rank top 100 in the race ladder right now.
Oh, wow.
He's just been poop socking it. Like he's just been
disgusting.
Yeah, he's been from as soon as the race started, he played for like a 13-hour stint. And then he took like 6 hours of sleep and then played again for another like 13 hours. I'm like, holy shit.
Wow.
So this game can grab you real hard if you're not careful.
Sounds like it. I'm glad you're having fun, but then it's a Diablo game, so I guess you would.
Yeah, I like it better than Diablo 3.
Wow.
Like Diablo 3 is really... I'm seeing a lot of the problems with Diablo 3 now that I'm playing this game. Yeah. Diablo 3, you can build classes.
Yep.
But they're nowhere close to as what you can do in PoE.
That's cool.
And I've just realized certain loot problems in Diablo. The Diablo is really good at getting you into these type of games.
Yeah.
But if you want to dig deeper, like PoE is that's like the real stuff.
Okay.
Like Diablo is the gateway drug. Like the PoE is the shit you shoot needles into your veins.
That's disgusting. But okay. I understand.
Yeah. And that's it. That's my week, man.
Cool. And that's a good stopping point because we made it to an hour and a half this week.
Whoa. Quality.
Like we said, big show. We spent half an hour on the civilest of wars.
It was actually pretty civil if you think about it.
It was a pretty civil war.
Yeah.
Then we had tons of interesting picks.
Yeah.
And we rounded out with our weeks. And that's another show.
Yeah, man.
As always, leave a comment on the YouTube page if that's where you're listening. Otherwise, write in at tniab.letters@gmail.com.
You can also find us on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're listening on with our anime club, I believe this week we're doing episode 5 of both.
Yeah, of both of our shows.
Yeah, which are
Boku no Hero Academia and Kizunaiver.
There you go. That's what we're doing.
Just remember, it's full spoilers.
Yes, like everything else we do here on the show, because if you have to talk around something, it's not worth talking about.
Well, we only talk around it when one of us hasn't. Like, it's strictly because, like, one of us hasn't seen something or played something.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audience, whatever.
Yeah, forget the audience. It's all about us here at TNIAB. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Anything else you want to say?
No, not really, no. Maybe, actually, check out the trailer for Dangerous Golf.
Yeah, I think
that game looks really cool.
For sure. And like we mentioned last week, Anthony did challenge me to a Gunpla battle.
I didn't challenge you to a Gunpla battle.
Look for that video of promoting the Gunpla battle. The Gunpla battle build off. Very soon.
I just said we should
Thanks for listening.
Together.
Bye-bye.
Oh my god.